Hello everyone. I'm here to discuss this week's mini case about Cisco Systems and acquisitions. First, one might ask, what is an acquisition? I'm glad you decided to ask me that. Well, an acquisition can happen two of one ways, usually. Well, first way is pleasant for both sides involved. This is called a merger. Both companies are coming together peacefully. There is no anger or resentment on either side, and things are happening smoothly, just the way things should. Now, the second way is rougher, more difficult, and both parties, they're not going to be satisfied. One will be more satisfied than the other. This is a hostile takeover. The first reason for an acquisition: to reduce costs for the firm. This can be done in two ways: through a horizontal acquisition or a vertical acquisition. Horizontal acquisitions gain scales of economy for the firm, reduce costs, and increase productivity, which is very good, especially when the firms complement each other's resources and they can lead to something that neither firm had before. A vertical acquisition is acquiring one or more of the firm's suppliers or distributors. This is used to increase scale and gain market power. So if you want to reduce costs, if that's your main concern, go with the horizontal acquisition. If your main concern is to increase market power, maybe the vertical acquisition is your choice. Reason number 2, gaining market power. When the firm is selling products above competitive price or cost or lower than their competitors, they have a gain on the market. They are competitive right now. By merging firms together, they believe that they can increase their value and create synergy. So bringing two giants together, or one giant and one medium giant together, their power, their skill sets, their techniques, they're going to increase. Their value is going to double. That's their hope. Reason number 3, increase growth. The firm acquiring another firm, they're growing rapidly. They are absorbing another company, their employees, their techniques, all their connections. That is now part of the larger firm. That is how a company gets their foot into different markets that already have the door open. They don't have to come in and do all the groundwork. It's already been laid. All they have to do is step right in and go from there. Reason number 4, to build capabilities. Firms merging will each grow in capability numbers because they will be sharing company secrets, techniques, skills, best way to do this and that, and from there, their skill set and knowledge base will grow. Their employees will be more efficient. Their employees will have more skills. The company itself will be better as a whole. And reason number 5, managing risks. Acquisitions help diversify a firm. Their operations help reduce the risk of dependence. Firms will search for undervalued companies or assets to acquire that they are sure will provide quick and large return on investments. Now I will be discussing Cisco Systems and give a little bit of background information on the company and talk about a few of their original acquisitions and what that meant for the company and what that led to. Cisco Systems is a new way to connect, to interact, open a dialogue, spark an idea, or nurture a society. That is their goal. That comes from the Cisco website. That's what they're seeking to do. They are seeking to be innovative and have a collective mindset of brilliant ideas coming together to make the world better. First, it uses a differentiation business strategy. They are fast innovation. To have that and be innovative, they need fast IT. That is the baseline of their company, Internet Communicate Technology. Excuse me. Originally, Cisco Systems was founded in 1984 by a husband and wife team, Leonard Bosack and Sandra Lerner. They were from Stanford University. It has been named leading supplier of communications and computer networking products, systems, and services. It operates globally, and almost 50% of all sales come from overseas. It's nearly completely split from the US and everywhere else. That's just crazy how much comes just from here. In 1992, Fortune magazine rated Cisco the second fastest growing company in the United States, which is, that's a pretty big deal. Their first acquisition took place in 1994, so this was about 10 years after the company started. So they paid their dues, they did their scraping and scrimping and getting everything together and waited for the right timing. Their first acquisition was $95 million to acquire Crescendo Communications. And the main reason they decided to acquire this company was because Crescendo Communications, they had developed the ATM technology. And once this company was acquired, they renamed it the Work Group Business Unit. And it was basically in charge of incorporating the switching of the technology into the Cisco routers. So they wanted to bring in that ATM technology and add it to the Cisco technology to make it better. Their second acquisition was of Newport System Solutions for $93 million 2 years later in 1994. Scratch that. There was no 2 years later. I'm sorry. The reason they had decided to acquire Newport Systems was because that company had LAN-to-LAN product line, which is a software that is used to link local area networks together so they can communicate. And once these two acquisitions happened, the company was off the ground running, acquiring many companies, 12 to 15 a year, just going crazy. And now they have over 170 acquisitions. And, the company hasn't even been running, 50 years. Both of these original acquisitions advanced Cisco's capabilities and service base. And by the late 90s, Cisco was considered the king of the networking world. Big change was coming to Cisco Systems due to economic change. By the late 2003, Cisco business strategies were about to change due to economic change. Their freewheeling attitude toward expansion and acquisitions no longer going to be taking place. They were no longer going to be acquiring companies just because they were like, hey, let's do this. Now, acquisitions were going to be based on discipline, order, and restraint. Things were going to be, written right down to the very detail of why we need this acquisition, what it's going to do for us, what we're going to lose by acquiring it, what we would lose if we didn't acquire it. We need to know all these facts. And The CEO, Chambers, he wanted to head into a different direction. He was very serious about increasing company revenue and retaining all the employees of the acquired firms. Whereas in the past, they would let go of most of those newly acquired employees, only keeping a select few who were very key to that acquired firm. They wanted their employees to feel valued, no matter if they are from Cisco originally or if they are joining the Cisco team now. They want them to feel inclusive and a part of the Cisco family. In conclusion, Cisco systems, they seek to change, solve, and innovate. They have nearly 200 acquisitions worldwide and sector-wide. Their acquisitions come from a variety of different markets, all have a specific purpose. Thank you for watching.